What's the word on the joke about beating the women in burqas? So long as it's democratic. Did that make the final cut? For some reason, I just picture like Dennis looking at the rushes and he's horrified. Who is this? He was allowed in the studio? The first time I met Dennis was at the Valley Voter Summit. He had no idea who I was. It was incredibly uncomfortable because I was introducing him, and I knew who he was. I was like a lot of praise on him. He was like, "Hey, this kid." Nah, kid's not. So I haven't seen anything in the prompter. Are we putting in the prompter?
Yeah, as soon as he gets done with that.
Okay.
Actually, no, you're doing it today, right? Yeah, but I don't have it.
Hey, Jeremy. Sir, have you seen that new thing? It's amazing. Have you seen that new thing, the iPhone prompter? It's like a specific thing you put on a camera and it reflects and magnifies your iPhone.
No.
Yep. And you can control it with a remote or another iPhone. And it's like, instead of, these prompters cost thousands of dollars, like, the prompter's not huge, but it's like, it's big, maybe like this. You can get an iPad-sized one and it makes it bigger. And you can control it with a phone. It's crazy. I've seen these harnesses now for study cams. Yeah, well, it's not different. We have to be so lean with our stuff. Now, why is that red square there?
Matt, we're trying to decide how big of a telescope we want to put on that wall. Thank you. So we can take them off.
Does that disrupt your white balance at all? The TV?
Well, a little bit. That's not bad.
Yeah, so we do a physical studio, but the TV is a green screen. We TriCaster in that way. That way it doesn't vibrate.
So we have done that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done green screen TVs. For our podcast, we don't think they're that much. When we do our standalone videos and Ben or Clayton are in front of the green screen or in front of the TV,
Yeah.
it's a green.
You just have to tone down the brightness, so you'll get a green light. Yeah. Yeah, we Jared figured all that stuff out. We're gonna do a whole mega upgrade. And that's kind of the challenge now. It's like when you're gonna upgrade it to do it, go to a daily show, you want it to be good, but not too good, because people on the internet reject it. It feels really corporate, So it still needs to feel intimate. So we're kind of like, okay, do we want to do lav? I think we're going to stick with the RE20s. Not sure about the headphones. We want earpieces, but kind of have more like Dan Patrick sort of sports show, which is funny because that's like back to the old No Grouch on and stuff. That's radio and TV again.
Yeah. What are you going to use for cameras?
We have Blackmagic cameras that work. They all work with the TriCaster. So we have one. We have a few cameras. We'll probably get a few better cameras, but.
We have a 3-camera Blackmagic robotic system.
Okay.
TriCaster and all that.
That point, but unless you're doing really complex stuff, for instance, not really in a circle.
No,
Joe Rogan has horrible lighting, and it's just people like it because it feels like a nightclub. It's like people would rather have that intimacy than. And now tonight, on the Let Up Better podcast, Jeremy Boring talks about dildos. It's his thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. I love that dog is jumping on it. If my dog does that, you're going over hard.
How did I do?
Doggo Argentino. So he looks like an all-white pit bull mixed with a Great Dane as far as size.
Wow.
But there's no pit in him. So he's aggressively affectionate. So he'll actually come up, and if you stop petting him, he'll growl to scare you. So like, no, he's not rapey, but he'll just like growl. Or if you have coffee or something, you pet him, he'll like, and your coffee will spill. He just barrels his head in. You could throw a steak in the ground, he'll look at it and he'd rather be pet. He's a rescue, so he's
That's
kind
sweet.
of abusive. The guy behind the camera is named Jared. Turn around, give him a selfie, Jared. He doesn't want to be on.
Come on, Jared.
Didn't even budge.
Do people know you? Do people know that you're part of it? Yeah?
Hold still. Jeremy? Yes, sir? About the
When I first met you, I expected you to have
Oh, like the
Yeah.
subway hat, like right here.
the Chewy thing. Because,
Oh, the kippah.
Yeah, the kippah. Well, I always say that. I know it's. What is the difference between that and yarmulke?
Same thing.
Just a different word?
Different word.
Okay.
Yarmulke's Yiddish, kippah's Hebrew.
Okay, so I didn't know if it was offensive to say yarmulke, because someone once corrected me. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I've always used yarmulke. One of my first stand-up gigs ever was at a temple, and I had to wear one, and I'd never worn it before, and it fell off in the middle of the bit. And so before I put it on the mic stand, and I was bombing, and then the only saving grace was I had a little kippah on the thing. I was like, at least my buddy thinks I'm funny. You're doing great. And I was talking to a Jewish microphone with they paid me $50. I was 17, and I thought, all right, I just need 24 more of these per week.
All right.
I haven't seen anything in Prompter.